What are we learning today? We will be learning how to get help. For a while, as you are learning or troubleshooting protocols using Wireshark. And right in the main window, you can see the user guide, wiki, question and answers, mailing list. These are your go-to places when it comes to the issue related to any troubleshooting particular protocol or learning about anything as you're learning about the protocol stack or other things. Of course, if you have a question, you can actually get and ask that question here. If I click, you can see this. The question and answers are loaded. You can see 5,112 questions are asked, and you can answer yourself. You can register and you can answer questions. Or if someone asked by chance, someone asked the same question as you have, you can get that thing answered here. If that is answered, you can read, you can get the answer from there. And this is a user guide where this is like a small ebook where you can go through the complete details about to get the help and examples about the complete details about the Wireshark. They have a wiki and mailing list is have wiki which is hosted on GitLab, and you can go through wiki about let's say if you want to learn further about color and rules, or if you want to understand how to further understand statistics. You see, protocol hierarchy we have learned, and you can see this is what we have learned in the last session, protocol hierarchy. Protocol hierarchy, all the thing you can learn from the wiki. And the final one, mailing list. This is where you can mail and you can get that thing answered. You can participate. You can see how developers are talking through, and updates are also available at mailing list. And more than anything, so if you are learning about protocols, there are hundreds and thousands of protocols available out there. Out there, hundreds of protocols are out there. So, but if you are learning each protocol means syntax, semantics, and timing. Each protocol has its own syntax, timing, and structure, semantics, how that is interpreted. And so, if you are the network administrator or the network developer engineer, so in such a case, you can use this tool to troubleshoot and also learn about those protocols. And how can you get that help? If you go to help, and you can see here sample captures, and this is the best place where you can get. Let's say your environment is you don't have such an environment where you can't get the capture of telephony protocols, VoIP protocols. Some of the VoIP protocols are SIP, RTP, and so those things are SDP, session description protocol. So those things you may not get those things. You may not be able to simulate with your single system in such a case, but you can do that with your local setup. But so such a things that you can't simulate, but you want to see how those are captured, you want to learn. In such a case, you can go to sample captures, and from here you can download anything. So here, this is pretty much next. You can see. So here we have a sample captures. Let's go here and download. You can see what are the specific protocol and protocol families. You can see here the Bluetooth related protocols. You can capture the Bluetooth also, right? If Bluetooth is enabled, and you can capture that Bluetooth as well. Thunderbolt and USB, those things you can capture. But for a few things, you need sometimes plugins or engines. But you can see if those things can't be simulated, you can come here and you can capture, you can download them. You see, Bluetooth is the UDP and SMB direct, handshake, SSL, TCP. So all these are different protocols are grouped together with the family. For suppose, let's say we need a Y protocol. You see SIP and RTP is here. So this is a Y protocol. What is SIP and RTP? Which is SIP is a session initiation protocol, which is used for a VoIP, for a voice over IP. If both of us are talking over the internet, or if I make a call over the internet, Skype call, in such a case, or WhatsApp call, in such a case, the, the main protocol that is involved would be a SIP and RTP. And through SIP, signaling happens, and there you can see here SIP RTP Opus hybrid. So you can capture, let's say simple capture AAA.pcap. I'm downloading this. Let me open that. Go to file, and how do you open that? Okay, let me stop the capture because I have the things checking. So stopped. So that is the reason I wasn't able to open. Now go open, and I downloaded. Where is that? It is there in downloads. Okay, here is the one I have downloaded. AAA.pcap. And you can see here the file that I have downloaded. How many? So go to statistics. You can get the endpoint summary, IPv4 statistics, all addresses. So all conversation statistics protocol hierarchy, you can actually get this thing. Capture file properties. Go here, you can see the capture file properties, and if there are any comments can be added here. And if we go to, let's go and check the statistics protocol hierarchy. What do we have here? You can see so much is going on. So IP internet version v4, and you have the UDP, and you inside UDP you have SIP protocol, session initiation protocol, transport protocol, real-time transport control protocol, RTCP is there, and NetBIOS is there, and SMB is there. Okay, these are all encapsulated into UDP, and you have the TCP. Okay, file transfer FTP. That FTP uses the TCP, and then you have the address resolution ARP protocol. You see, pretty much you have you can see the frame pseudo protocol. Inside you have the Ethernet layer, which is which encapsulates other protocols such as IP layer, and then ARP is something which is layer 2 and layer 3, which is a special protocol. And so you have the UDP and you have the TCP. Inside UDP, RTP, SIP, they uses the UDP for, since they are time sensitive and real time. And go to the protocol hierarchy, and there you can see what's going on, what protocols are involved. And if you go here, there is a go to statistics. Go to statistics, and if you go to flow graph, and there you can see the communication. This is called message sequence diagram. Okay, so and a message sequence diagram or flow graph. As you can see, so these are called message sequence diagrams, where we represent the communication through the horizontal lines or slightly slanted float lines to show the communication that happens. So they are called sequence diagram, flow graphs, or message sequence diagram. Okay. So this message sequence diagram, what this message sequence diagram? We go to the point where is this flow graph, and that will display the communication between different. You can see the broadcast. You can see the communication between different endpoints, and you can see the comment when it happens. What is it? Is it a DNS or ARP? DNS, and you can see the SIP, all different protocols as the comments. But what you will see here, it might seem complex, but it will give you a great insight into the communication and how, when, and in which direction this communication happens. But this thing is actually overwhelming. If you go here, go to statistics, a flow graph, that is overwhelming, but you don't want to see that much of information. You are interested in very specific. Let's say if there is any HTTP search, we don't have an HTTP search SIP, and we have this SIP only. I searched for the protocol SIP, and I see the protocol only SIP. Now what I can do, telephony, I can go to telephony, SIP flows, that is quite easy. But instead of SIP, since we have the separate tab for the telephony, so instead of going there, DNS, let's check the DNS. Okay, so I want just DNS flows. Go to statistics, flow graph. We have everything, a lot of stuff, but you can limit to display filter. What it does, whatever you are, this is what we have learned yesterday in the last session. We have two types of filters here: display filter and capture filter. Display filter, this box, input box, is used to filter the content, filter the captured packets according to the expression given here. So you can what you can do using the display capture, you can using the display filter, you can filter only the filtered packets in the packet lists dialog we have. So now it is quite easy to look at very specific thing you are actually searching for. Let's say that I want only for the specific query, I want the data flow. So in such a case, go to right click the specific packet and go to flow UDP stream. What it does, it will filter. It will show you exactly the data. In a new window, it will show you what was the communication without break, what was sent, or what information was sent and what information received. But as well as you will also see the same UDP stream that is filtered here. So if you go statistics and you can go for again flow graph, in such a case, it is showing everything, but if I limit, I will see only that information that was filtered. Now you can see here standard query. Who asked what is 190.168.1.2? It is a local computer. And what is 190.168.1.1? You can actually, by looking at the IP itself, you can actually guess which is a gateway or a router. Right? By convention, we use that IP for the router or a gateway. So this asked this asks as a recursive DNS or a relay DNS server, where it will forward that is configured that. So it will ask if that was the case, if it is not the DNS, if it is a gateway, the computer will ask the gateway will ask for the another DNS server. So what is it asking? Standard query. So it is asking sip.cybercity.dk. So who give me the, you can see here, give me the IP address of sip.cybercity.dk. And you see again it asked the 2 times, and third time tasked. And what are these? This is the port number. You can see what is a client port number 2712, what is the server port number 53. And the response for the standard query, you can see standard query, you can see the response is 0xb2d0. What is that? That is the IP address. Can you see? Okay, so IP address in hexadecimal number. IP address as hexadecimal number. If you want, you can go here. You can see application layer protocol. What is application layer protocol here? What is application layer protocol? DNS. And what is the transport layer? Yeah. What is the transport layer protocol? UDP. And IPv4 we are using, and Ethernet, which is data link layer, Ethernet protocol. Okay, in a DNS, if you go here, DNS also has a body header. So here you can see DNS, every DNS packet has a 4 things like question, answer, authoritative, and additional. And what is query? Query was actually tell me the IP address of domain sip.cybercity.dk. And here in the answer section, you can see here the IP address. IP address was 212.242.33.35. And so this is a DNS query that have, yes, DNS is used to translate the domain name into IP address. And in this query, it asked 3 times to the it's asked the 3 times the gateway or DNS server, and then the third time you got the response. Okay, so here you can see an IP address, and this is the information you can see. Click on that one. Okay, so, and this is what also we have seen in a flow graph. Anyway, so this is how you can get help from. You can get help writing the Wireshark, and you can go and explore the sample captures. There are a lot of sample captures organized by protocol, and we can download it from here and understand the protocol. Okay. In the coming session, we'll further explore the Wireshark, and we'll also learn how to dig deep into different protocols.